Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Do you want your employees to be more productive and also healthier and happier? Of course you do. Well, I'm assuming that you do. It turns out that one simple change to your company's workday is a surprisingly powerful way to make that happen. Schedule your people's work times to match their own chronotypes. That is, their tendency to be awake and energized at different times of the day. Now, do you have early risers at work? I'm sure you do in the office. Some of them are early risers, right? Well, don't force them to stay in the evening. And at the same time, don't force the night owls to come in at 8 a.m. That means making some changes on your end, especially if you're accustomed to scheduling work in accordance to your own preferences, or with the idea that the earlier in the day work gets done, the better. But it's well worth it. As the New York Times reports, a growing number of companies around the world are trying this and seeing meaningful benefits. Here's the first important benefit. Employees get more sleep. Now, one sleep expert told the Times, 80% of employees may be suffering from a work schedule that is out of sync with their natural tendencies. That explains why a steel mill in Germany started assigning late shifts to the night owls and earlier shifts to the larks. The workers started getting an extra hour of sleep on work nights. Now, that may not sound like a huge benefit to the employer until you consider 97% of workers have one or more risk factors for fatigue, and that 27% reported falling asleep on the job in the past month, according to a survey by the National Safety Council. Lack of sleep is associated with workplace accidents, but also health problems such as diabetes, obesity, and shorter lifespan. That extra hour of sleep was huge. It was a big win for both the employees and the steel mill. The second major benefit, employees tend to be more honest. I know it sounds weird. Let me finish. What does working at a different time of the day have to do with your ethics? Strangely enough, the two are related. In a fascinating experiment, this is really interesting. Researchers called in subjects who were either larks or night owls to play a dice game where they could win $500. The game was on an honor system, and they were asked to report their own scores. Now, some were asked to play the game at 7 a.m., while others were asked to play the game at midnight. It turned out that the morning people who rolled the dice at midnight were 18% likelier to lie about it than if they had played the game in the morning. And the night owls who rolled the dice at 7 a.m. were 16% likelier to lie about their results. Now that's interesting. Third major benefit, they're happier. It's hard to hire good employees, or it's been hard to hire good employees for the past several years for some odd reason, and it doesn't look like it's going to get any better in 2019. So, having happy employees who like their jobs is an enormous asset for any company. This is why the Danish outpost of an international pharmaceutical company now gives employees a 9-hour training session to help them determine their own chronotypes, and then encourages them to schedule their most important or challenging work when they are most alert, and their less challenging work, like answering emails, during their natural slump times. Now, the result is that employees' satisfaction with their work-life balance has increased from 39% over a decade ago, since this program began, might I add, to 100% today. Now, do these benefits sound like something you want for your company? I'm hoping you do. That's why I'm bringing you this information. You can have them by making a few relatively minor adjustments. Now, experts say that most people naturally fall somewhere in the middle between true early risers and true night owls. They naturally awake somewhere between 8 a.m. and fall asleep somewhere around midnight. Now, so something as simple as moving the official start of the workday to 10 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. will help match the circadian rhythms of many employees. For instance, those who are inclined can still come if they want to. They can still come in early if they want to, of course. But you can also help a lot by scheduling meetings only during core business hours. And that's typically around the middle of the day. That in itself can help productivity because the quiet hours in the early mornings or late in the day are often when most people get a lot of their work done, as long as you don't interrupt them with meetings. Planning your company's workday to accommodate different chronotypes may require a mental adjustment if you're not used to that idea. But you don't need a huge adjustment to your schedule to meaningfully improve employees' productivity and mood. Just an hour or two is enough to make the difference. All right? That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos. Again, if you like these videos, if they're helping you guys, please share with your sphere of influence. Like and subscribe to the channel so you'll know when new videos will be coming out. And as always, I'm a firm believer in iron sharpening iron. So if you are in need of some coaching, some team building training, some diversity training, please contact me and let me know. And I'll be glad to sit down with you and put together a tailored plan to help you and your team be the best that you can be and help you become the leader that people want to gravitate towards. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?